Welcome back. I pulled up my road blueprint from the previous build or two, and there it is. I'm still liking it, though we're so early. The steel's going to be a problem, but we'll figure it out. But for right now, we want to put together a nice little concrete blueprint. I think we can do it on the flat. And then we'll go with the production right in the center. Let's lock this, nudge it around a little bit. Well, now I kind of don't... Let's try that again. Well, let me think for a second. If I put that down and then I stack it, we probably have to stack it with space. So no, this is still probably right. I don't want it to be uneven. I want it to be the same height each level. But we're going to have kind of like a mid-level. So now I want to drop this. You know, this is probably a good place for another hotbar item. Got to turn it the right way. Then I think we just need a service layer in that midst. Do I have a concrete wall yet? I think if I were going to do something with a wall, I'd probably want it to be a concrete wall. We really can't afford... Yeah, I don't have any coupons on me. Concrete wall only costs us 3. You know, it could be worth it. I just want to have a little bit of a wall there so it makes a little more sense. See if we can squeeze out one more coupon here. Also, I'm curious if we have access to any more alien DNA options. Doesn't look like it. We might be able to squeeze out one more alien DNA capsule.
Decoration and organization go hand in hand. Fix it HQ custodian, I always say. Use of these customizer features does not guarantee an aesthetically pleasing or user-friendly factory. That's the part that requires knowledge and skill.
That's the part that requires knowledge and skill. Then on the inside of this thing, oh, it's going to be one of those things, huh? Why, oh, why would it choose to have such a wide snap grid? have to stack and restack to get it to land where you want it to land, so you can have it kind of in the middle and not peeking above the wall here. And we'll get good old cyan in place. Can I even see that? I mean, it looks cool enough from in here. Speaking of which, let's take these out. Fix. Well, it's not 6. I'm starting to think I like it better on the ground. I thought I was going to like it elevated, but I think I like it better on the ground. If we really wanted to do something with lighting, we'd have to have the billboard. That's gonna take some work that I'm not quite sure I want to do. It's at least the crystal oscillators. Let's go grab the quartz crystal. Not too far away. 75 and this is running at 60. Lots of berries over here. Halfway decent amount of bacon to go with it. We need to get back up to higher ground. The thing is anything I do with this blueprint to make it look cool, it's going to make it extremely expensive to build at this point in the game. Ooh, the copied one keeps the settings now. So good. That's way better. Oh, I don't have the steel beam yet either.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Yeah, it's gonna make every click of this so expensive because I'm gonna have to build billboards, and I think those billboards take crystal oscillators. Oh, and we need advanced steel production. All right, that's enough of a reason. That's enough of a reason not to worry about it right now. I probably put a full wall in between this, so there's at least enough room to move around. So that on top of this is going to make a 6 foot or a 12 meter high section. I just have to decide if I'm okay with that. 12 meters, 6 meter. Either way, there's, you know, 1 meter wall here, 4 meter wall here. This on top of that will be 6 meters. I guess it'll be 6 meters all the way up, so it's fine. It's meant to be a basic build anyway. We don't even have enough concrete to build the blueprint that's going to allow us to make more concrete. That's where we are, people. Ooh, and we're about to run out of power as well. I could come back later and put a glass facade on it. And then maybe do something cool with like X's all the way up. I keep telling myself we're going to have to do facades in separate videos. Previous playthrough though, I've never gotten back to it. To make this one the exception to the rule. That's not even the concrete that we want. That's just coal so the thing doesn't blow up on us. Now we can run back and get some concrete. Probably still not enough to build a whole thing, but it might be enough for us to start. I think what I'll do is I'll plan for it to be modularly stacking building. We'll figure that out in a second. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the same thing on this other side or if I should just leave it the bottom with the blue and then nothing on the top. Yeah, I don't need that at the top. Though it would probably look cool from the inside if I had it on the top. I could overlap these, but you're still going to have the black gaps in between the blueprints, so no need to harp on it. And then up here, oh, short. The far one is the output. Kind of bothers me that I can see that little conveyor lift. I suppose I could go one side over here and one side over here, just from a simplicity standpoint. Technically, the slower belt works for this. You'd want the faster belt for the input though. 45 per minute. I don't recognize this song. On the input, we probably want the faster belt. So we could save ourselves some resources by putting the slow output belt here. Where are we on coal? Concrete factory. Early game. Select icon for concrete. add blueprint here. What? No, I guess I'll just save it. My thought was to build kind of a structure across this as the factory itself. Let's see. We could check in on the coal one more time. We did get the blueprint. We're on the limestone pit. We'll just take one more trip for coal. The thing is, this section right here is going to be all connecting to coal. So I might have to connect this on the other side. I guess we don't have to worry about all that right now. Let's just get to mining the limestone. We'll figure out the rest after we've got that part worked out. Man, this guy takes a lot of hits. Let's go around here and pull some power to the pit. I think I generally want the structure kind of in this area.
I don't know. Have a good day.
Yeah, let's go with that. Though at the same time, it's going to be annoying because it's going to be just one little bit on a separate level. We'll just have it come off that level immediately. And then I think there's one more limestone around here somewhere. Why am I green? No, there's only two. Okay. We'll use the slow belt to start. Basically, I just want to get all of the limestone in the same area. Why is that turning? Actually, where do I want... Do I have the conveyor wall? I feel like that's something I would have bought just by default. But I didn't. Now, I have the conveyor hole, so that could be why I'm holding off. Man, their definition of straight is different than mine. I don't know. I feel like these belts are less reliable now than they used to be. Maybe I need to build this from the other direction. Jeez, I'm having that much trouble. Can I reverse this? What is going on? That is gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this belt. I know the answer. Just build a thing here. Build the hole here. Connect this here. Delete. Delete. Rebuild. $60 per minute. If we build this here, we're probably going to want to have it we're probably going to want a place where we can drop more concrete in. Because 2 normal isn't very much. Then we'll go up a few more. Just so we're clear. So if we had a place where we could drive in maybe somewhere around here. And then over here, it's only 3. So if we go by 4, that'll leave us, well, if we go by 5, that'll leave us room all the way around. Man, we blew through that concrete. What I'm saying is something like this, and then we'll say 9 holes max. Each one of those represents a separate level. And who knows, that this might not be the right location for a drop for this. We might have to adjust this totally. But it works for now. Sadly, once again, we're short on concrete. We might have to figure out some hypercannon stuff. That might be enough for us to at least get the infrastructure of this done.
I don't know. Have a good day.
I could also widen this if I wanted to have the trucks park over here. Have them come in just a little higher. And then lift back out. Yeah, it's doable. I'm not worried about it. How do you move these? So I've got this one. I want to move it to here. There we go. That's better. And we need reinforced plate. One, two, 3, 4. Now I'm tempted to click in at least a row of this. It's gonna be a long time before we fully utilize this factory. 45 inputs. I think I'll put in 9. Let's see if we have enough material. If we don't, we'll just have to do it in the next episode. Yeah, our lack of concrete's killing us. We probably have the plates. $2,000. So 4 stacks of concrete and we'd be done. But we need a whole lot of concrete to even get close to that. Let's take care of it in the next episode. We'll have to either come up with a plan to build a concrete factory and then take the concrete out of the concrete factory to make the concrete, or I'll have to like come up with some other tasks before we complete the concrete factory. I guess that's what nudge is for. Let's see, it's 2. All right, let's just click it in and see what happens. It's 2 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 here. So basically we need a wall to start this on. That's not right. Let me get this down on another. All right, it's really not liking me today. Let me just build out a little more of this. You gotta get the first one right is the problem. Of course, now we're missing materials. Maybe we should take a look from above. That was obviously the answer. We'll move this over here. And we might want to have an output for each level. We'll just use this to send the limestone in here. Or whichever way makes the most sense compared to what the entry point is. I might have to put some stairs in or something. So this side is the output. This side's the input. I'm thinking the input goes on this side. Here's the problem. The input for this is a lot. 45 per machine. What's the speed of the belt that we're currently using? 120. Ugh. I could just leave it and have sort of the plan that we're going to upgrade. Let me look at it. Let's do a little research together here. I'm pretty sure that the Mark III guess we'll have to go for a conveyor belt. If I plan it at the Mark III level, that's got a 270 speed. $270 divided by 45. 6 machines. If I go one level up from that, 480. Ten machines and change. So we could have a place where one level had 6 machines at 480 divided by 45? No, obviously. We're looking at 270 divided by 45. That's not really great for us. I was looking for 9. I guess 6 also works. 6 also works. It's fine. We'll go with 6. But we'll go with 6 in the next episode. Oh, we got enough to go for now. And this is going to hurt. I just wanted to get a little bit of a view of where we are. I think that's what we'll go with. A nice giant, and then we'll come down here and give it support beams. And then depending on how far it goes to this side. If it's 6, it's only going to be 18 squares. So that might be a reason enough just to go with 9. Just for the sake of it. Of course, those machines will never be full. Well, there are ways to make those machines full, though. Huh. Right? So if I say 480 divided by 9... 53.3 repeating. Wait, what? The encased industrial beam belt is 480. If I divide that by the current amount, so I want it to be 12, if anything. 40. But then if I go by 12, it's still workable. It's not great. I think we'll go with that. No, I like the 9 better. If we need more, we'll just go vertical. Let's just go all the way to the top. All right, thanks for hanging out. I think we've got the basics of this ready to be planned. And I think I'll use the internal lines first, just so it makes it doesn't look like it's not moving. I'd hate for that to be empty. We're probably running out of coal. So next episode we'll build the factory, and then we'll probably also build the road. If we can get enough material in place to actually build all that stuff. That would be the goal anyway. And we probably need a couple of places to store the concrete so we can pick it up. This way we can stop personally delivering coal. So there you go. I think 9 is more than enough. If I looked at 45 per machine, 45 limestone per machine at 9, that's a belt speed of 405. So that'll be the encased industrial beam. So I think that's perfect. And we've got 2 limestone right now. None of which is going to actually generate that level of limestone, right? But they will eventually. So yeah, let's stick with what we've been saying. Let's go with the 9. I want to double check though. Make sure we've got room for it to be reasonably distributed. You know, for some reason I thought I was going to be able to jump on top of this. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah, I think it'll fit. We'll have to come in way over here. We'll have to come in way over here and then run it down. Directly connect it. Connect one in here. Split it. Go one in here, one directly, and then one over there. And then run it down for the next one. That'll give... Problem with that is that'll give this first set... Oh man, I gotta think about this. First set will get half. The next set will get 25%. The set after that will get 25%. That's not perfect, but that's pretty good. Either way, that's what we're going to do. So let's make this our next to-do list. We finished the pit and we checked the coal. So we got to build the coal road. Concrete factory times 9 per level. 6 would be simpler, but I think 9 is a better long-term capacity check. So we'll get that done in the next episode. Then we'll use the concrete that we make to finish the concrete factory. Luckily, the stuff is so small when it's done. It goes from 45 to 15. It'll be simple to take everything back out to its own level. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.